a small tribute to a larger-than-life politician. John Horgan is being remembered not just for his accomplishments inside these hallways, but his connection with everyday British Columbians outside of politics. Before he traveled with an RCMP detail as Premier, Horgan would ride the 61 bus from Langford to Victoria, chatting with constituents. Roy Banner is a close friend in Langford.
So he used his knowledge of people to have a conversation and find out what was important and what was going on in their lives.
Former Deputy Premier Carol James says Horgan was in his element in a crowd, talking to people and posing for selfies.
John likes to be the last one at the party. He likes to be the last one at events, because when people called him the people's premier, it really was true. He fed off the energy of people. He loved people.
Housing Minister Ravi Parmer worked closely with Horgan when he was opposition leader and then alongside him in cabinet. Parmer says when his son was struggling with him being away so much, Horgan stepped in.
I think it was 2 weeks later he showed up at my house, unexpected, with the RCMP detail. And started playing Pokemon and playing Lego with my kid. And then when he left, next day my son said to me, "I understand now why you're in Victoria, because you have to help people." Uncle John came to tell me that.
Ravi Parmer, Horgan's successor in the riding of Langford-Wandafuka, first met Horgan after he was elected to the legislature in 2005. Parmer was a grade 5 student and invited Horgan to speak to his class.
Little did I know how much that interaction at a young age would mean to me.
A longtime supporter of the Goldstream Food Bank, Horgan ramped up his volunteer work there after he retired, driving the van to pick up and deliver food hampers.
John was absolutely wonderful. He was such a fun, down-to-earth, hard-working, honest guy. He came to me and said, I'm retiring and I'm available. We're both available. Ellie and I are both available to work.
Beyond the jokes about his obsession with Star Trek and his Irish temper, Horgan often gushed about his wife of 40 years, Ellie, and their sons, Nate and Evan. Carol James says Horgan was over the moon when Evan announced that he and his wife are expecting the family's first grandchild.
For John, knowing a grandchild was coming provided a little bit of comfort for Ellie, for his wife Ellie from him. I think he really had hoped that would provide her with some company.
The many stories about John Horgan providing some comfort to his grieving family and the many others he served. Katie DeRosa, CBC News, Victoria.